Hi, guys. Welcome to Weekly Travel Updates. I'm Melinda Fargas, and I'm your host. I come to you every Monday night, and I bring you whatever is the latest and greatest going on around the world. And this week, today specifically, we're talking about the first hurricane that is headed towards the U.S. They anticipate it being a full-size hurricane by Wednesday. We will see and bring you more about that shortly. Um, Amtrak has started the first U.S. high-speed rail, and it looks just like the bullet trains all over the rest of the world. It's going to have everything. Tell you about it shortly. And then American Airlines is going to start new service in anticipation of the World Cup next year. So we're looking for new international routes. And towards the end tonight, I am going to share with you the end of summer vibes. You won't believe what some of these tour company and cruise lines are doing. Anyway, let's jump right in. Our August news, the first Atlantic hurricane, it is going to be Erin, and it came off of Cape Verde. It's moving at 25 miles per hour. That's a pretty fast moving storm. And so what they're wondering is if it's moving fast enough that it will, take a quick path north instead of coming towards the United States. We shall see. And then Amtrak has started service, and it just started between Washington, D.C. and New York and Boston. So, what better reason to go to the north this fall to see the beautiful leaves in fall foliage and ride the new train? That sounds pretty awesome to me. We can hook you right up at Washington, D.C. The connection time is not bad at all from Raleigh, Durham. It's gonna be 5G Wi-Fi. It'll have 27% more seating space. There have power outlets at your seat and reading lights at your seat. And it will start August 28th. So just in time for fall foliage this year. Going north, that sounds pretty cool to me. If that's something that interests you, reach out to me and we'll get pricing on it. I hadn't even priced it yet. Then American Airlines will add more flights and more round trips more new round trips for next summer for the 2 international destinations specifically for the World Cup. Starting May 21st, be looking out for it. Those tickets are going to be on sale in just a few weeks. You know that you can buy tickets 330 days in advance. And if you're traveling internationally, even if you're not, a good rule of thumb is to get that price 330 days in advance. If it goes up, you'll know you should have bought. If it goes down, you'll know you found a great deal. So typically that's going to be the lowest fare when they first come out. Well, fires in Canada gave us poor health or poor air quality this past week. And I just read this afternoon that Colorado had to evacuate a prison as a wildfire became just too close for comfort. 179 incarcerated men were moved. And it's going to be one of the largest in the state's history. It's already burned 167 square miles with only a 6% containment. And not to be outdone, the Southern California fires are still going on. They've been going on since August 1st. First with the Canyon Fire near LA County, and more importantly, the Gifford Fire that has burned 150 square miles in Santa Barbara County and San Luis Obispo County. All of this since the 1st of August. And those fires are only at a 21% containment. That's pretty scary. And to think that there's not more going on, Wisconsin issued a state of emergency for flooding. There were several that have been killed, swept away. It's not a place that gets floods often. And so that was over 10 inches in several places caused this flood. You know, we've had those same kind of numbers around here. Someplace towards the east got 14 inches of rain in 24 hours. And our ground really is saturated. So let's go to the rocky things going on in the cruise industry. Here, I'm going to take this down. I couldn't read my own writing. There was a huge brawl at the Oasis pool on Perfect Day at Coco Cay, Royal Caribbean's island. They had to close the pool. There are more than 12 guests that were involved, and that's all that we know so far. But be watching the Royal Caribbean vlogs, because I'm sure that there'll be much more on that. Now, realize this is a short cruise, and here's my take. These shorter cruises get partiers to go on them. They're bachelor parties, bachelorette parties, birthday parties, anniversary trips, and they just get a bunch of friends together to go on these short cruises, and that seems to be where the majority of these problems are coming about. Anyway, that just happened. You remember the residential ship, the Vila V? Well, they have had potable water issues. And for the first time, they got a below grade of 81. I haven't heard of a cruise ship getting one that low in some time. They're making repairs. And remember, this was an older ship, and it had lots of issues when it first started. But this potable water issue, I mean, that's serious. You can't go very far from land without having enough water for all these people. We need 3 gallons a day per person. Okay. Then, to continue on with these rocky seas, here's Wonder of the Seas. And they had a sprinkler to just erupt. I mean, it just started sprinkling for no reason. And it got everybody beneath them soaking wet. It'll at least give them something funny to talk about. No injuries. Nobody was harmed, but many people were soaking wet. Sounded like it came down in the main boardwalk area. That'd be pretty far for those drops to come down. Anyway, Wonder of the Seas, sprinkler issues. Then sad news this week on a celestial journey ship in Greece. A couple got off with 60 other travelers in this group from the cruise ship, and they were getting gorgeous pictures. There's lots of rock formations right along the coastline. And this lady was getting a selfie and slipped and fell into the water. Um, sometimes you wait for those selfies when the water smacks the rocks behind you and you have a spray behind you. Well, needless to say, her husband jumped in after her and they both were swept to sea. There were 50-mile-an-hour winds going on at the time, and no other boats were allowed to leave the harbor. It is just a real tragic part of the news to share. And the Aida Nova, which is a European line, on July 17th, a cruise passenger was intoxicated, and he joked about jumping overboard, and he did jump overboard. And today he was found not guilty. AIDA is a small line, so it's not like it's Royal Caribbean. We're going to ban you from all of our ships, or Princess, or any of the big guys. But he jumped overboard and lived to tell about it. It doesn't happen often, but it does happen. Well, we hadn't talked about it in a while, and such drastic differences. I wanted to share with you the cruise stocks and what the prices are doing. Carnival is way up to $29.24. And going up this week, Royal Caribbean is at $314.02. Coming down slightly was Norwegian at $24.81. And Viking has jumped way up to $57.45. I thought that was wild. Well, I don't know if you are a Downtown Abbey's fan, but I thought that this was a very cool collaboration that they're doing with Viking. They are doing a tea for two at the Highclere Castle in honor of the upcoming release of Downtown Abbey, the final grand finale. It's going to be in theaters on September 12th, and Viking is proud to once again partner with this group to present you special sweepstakes opportunities. Go look at vikingcruises.com/oceans to enter. Somebody's got to win. Might as well be you. Okay. All right. And then the end of summer vibes. Vikings 30th anniversary is this year. So they're doing 30% off of fares. They say free airfare, free international airfare. It is mainly free. I priced one the other day and it was $2.99 per person. But free airfare and more. Then I don't know if you've seen news stories, but Las Vegas is empty. And I just priced somebody a anniversary trip, and air and hotel was $547 a person. And it was right on the Strip, the Bellagio. So I thought that was a pretty good deal. And then the back to school sale that Allegiant is having, it's $30 off airfare or $60 off airfare based on the cost of the airfare. And it came out in an email today. Thought I would share it. But probably one that's really exciting for families is Royal Caribbean is doing an end of summer kids cruise free. It is specific sailings and no holiday sailings, but the month of August, um, the last few sailings in August are free kids, and you can look into 2026. So if Royal Caribbean's on your bucket list and you're thinking about something like that, please reach out to me. I'm Melinda Fargas. I am your host, and I would love to work with you. Here's my email address, or phone number is 336-222-DRIP, and then choose Melinda and leave me a message. I would be honored. Remember, without a travel agent, you are on your own. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time. Ciao.